Welcome back, everybody. So, oh, right. Might help to have the sound on the machine. The Game Awards were yesterday, I guess. They announced a new Mega Man game for 2027. That's interesting. That's kind of cool, I think. Make sure I have all my emo tracker shit loaded because I forgot to load my save file. Whoops. Yeah. Kind of a surprise to see a new actual Mega Man game. I can't wait for it to not sell until the Legacy Collection 15 years from now, when suddenly everybody is all over it. Actually, who am I kidding? Apparently Mega Man 11 sold pretty well for the series, but what it sold was something like 1.4 million copies, which sounds pretty good to me. Or maybe it was like 1.1 million. Regardless, it was a number, and it sounded like a decent number to me, but on the other hand, when you're considering it's the standards of games nowadays, 1.1 million or 1.4 million, whichever it may be, is absolutely nothing. Granted, Mega Man 11 seemed like a game that was a little bit lower budget at least, so it could probably get away with it. Even with copies being like, I think it was $15 base price. I didn't pay a lot of money for it, I know that. I did, however, buy it twice. I bought it on PC and I bought it on Switch. So, you know, for anybody who doubts my commitment to anything, that won't actually help, but listen. I just kind of hope that the series does well, but Mega Man always kind of feels like a series that doesn't do very well. Like, oh yeah, Mega Man games get pirated a lot. Like, there's a large amount of Mega Man piracy that happens. Like, a noteworthy amount, really. People are very nostalgic for these games, but the sales figures do not bear out that many people bought them in the sort of droves that you would expect from how many people seem to have positive memories attached to them. Good job, controller. Or was it because I'm in hover boots? It might have been because of the hover boots, to be honest with you. So, again, I'm hoping that does well, and quite frankly, that is the most noteworthy thing that came out of the Game Awards, in my opinion. I've already said that I don't really care much for awards shows. They feel a certain way. But I do think it's very funny now that there are some people who the response to Claire Obscure basically sweeping the awards is that you have a bunch of... There are at least some fans who are like, well, don't go into it expecting the moon and the stars, and it's like, it swept all the awards. What do you want people to expect? Or, oh, are you saying... So the other part of it is that you've got a lot of people who are like, oh, well, don't start poo-pooing on the game now just because it won all of the awards. And I'm in the back of my head just like, maybe it wasn't that good to begin with. Besides, like, this is what you want, what everybody wants to bank, you know, the return of RPGs on. Buddy, we already had two of the best French RPGs, all, you know, and they were called Off and Look Outside. Now, some people will say, first of all, actually, streamer, Off is Belgian, and yes, you are correct, Off is Belgian. There's sort of a bit in here, I suppose, about the fact that people can't actually tell that apart, and I admit that I'm no real expert in the cultures there, but I would say that there's probably a pretty big and profound difference. And also, the other part is that people say that Look Outside is not French, it's Canadian. It seems to be very French-Canadian, but Canadian nevertheless, and you're also correct about that. Point is, I'm being a little bit mean right now about how people can't tell the difference between certain countries, period. This dude just has a purple rupee for our horse fuckery, so we don't care about that. We can just mark that right off right now. And that just refreshed a bunch of the map. Okay. It's just kind of funny to me, is all I can really say about it, because the sudden outpouring of, well, don't expect this game that just swept the big awards show to be the absolute best game that anybody's ever played, you know, not the greatest thing since sliced bread, from all the people who just spent the entire year or so talking up how it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And listen, I 100% agree that you shouldn't look at a game that won the... Jesus Christ, somebody's sneezing hard in the other room. You shouldn't expect a game that just won all the awards basically back to back to be the best thing ever just by virtue of the awards that it won, because, granted, again, I don't put a lot of stock into award shows, so maybe I'm not a good, you know, useful person to tell you this, but even then, that's not what people are going for with that. It's just like, I don't know, I think it's funny seeing this sort of response to it. Like, why would you tell people that anyway? That guy didn't have much of a real note here, so... we can do Forest Temple, including the boss. I was like, except for the boss? But no, the boss is in there too. There's something marked on Lake Hylia. Oh yeah, the Lake Hylia mark is to shoot the sun. Right. So I can do that. I have Song of Time, but I can't Iron Boots my way through the toilet, so I can't 100% be that one place. GTG, yeah. For the, like, one treasure that's still there. Because everything else we kind of discerned was either pointless or we already had it. Okay, so I don't remember how to do this, but I know it is doable. Surely I can't just do it from the main island. What side is this on? Like, it's off-center. I think it's off-center anyway. Abby, I need you to shut up. Darenia said it for... I already visited that Great Fairy, didn't I? Like, yeah, I already... Navi, what the hell? That's not useful advice. Even by your standards, which are slipping by the day. And weren't all there to begin with. No, not you. I don't know about you, but Navi is being a... well... Navi is doing what Navi does best. And that thing is contributing to us a blue fire bottle. Which... we don't need the blue fire anymore, but I'll take the bottle. That placement actually looks pretty good. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Three. We missing here? Oh yeah, water temple. I can go in there. Next to it. Oh no, there is nothing next to it. It just looked like a yellow square. I need to get my eyes checked again. I wish this streamer shit came with insurance. Unfortunately, I live in America, so... Well, see, I was gonna say something about, like, if I ever remember to do sounders, or... I mean, I do think about it frequently, so it's not quite that, but it's more like, I don't know how I feel about it all the time, because... I already don't have an audience, and I worry about alienating them even further. But there was part of me that was going to be like, see about getting battle cruiser operational for if we get all bottles. But I mean, you say that, and it goes to butthole cruiser. So I get to think of the butthole surfers again. Which, yes, for those of you in the audience who are not aware, the butthole surfers are a real band. And you may be saying, what kind of music do they play when they're called the butthole surfers? And the answer is, well, gee, actually, that's kind of hard to describe. It varies quite a bit, actually, which, you know, you might think something like that. It's like, oh, they've got to be like crust punk or something. And I say that like people who would be saying that are like, know what crust punk is, but hey. I mean, I guess it would be something like that. I did also think, because a friend of the show, Plastic Allen, who has had some scheduling goof-ups recently and also was sick as a dog recently. Speaking of which, somebody in the other room is still sneezing up a damn storm. Maybe I should go over there and, like, just vacuum tomorrow. Just suck up all the dust out of the air, see if that works. Anyway, yeah, so a very, very long time ago, he had sound redeems on a on a bit payment thing. And I wouldn't make the bit prices too high, like, I don't want to bilk people too severely to do something like that, but, you know, maybe it would make some folks be like, oh, I've got to pay 1 cent to do this. I have to go through the annoying shit with this transaction to Amazon. Which, by the way, yes, remember, Twitch is owned by Amazon, so the fact that they can't upgrade any of their, you know, anytime something is dysfunctional with Twitch, just think, if they actually put some of their literally infinite resources into it, and I mean that pretty seriously, like, even if it would cost them a significant chunk, they could just sit there and, you know, let somebody drop ship in some more cables from China. And you might be saying, oh, but the tariffs. Yeah, but that doesn't seem to have stopped people from buying shit, so. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, like, channel points would probably be the overall preferred method, I suppose, but again, it's like, okay, put on the 1 penny cost and people will be like, oh, well, you know, they might consider if they really want to bother on some level. Plus then, I mean, if it annoys people, I can just be like, I don't fucking care, I'm getting paid. I'm kidding, I wouldn't actually be getting real money out of that in the greater scheme, so since I'd be putting the cost still being like affordable because I didn't want to make it like feel bad. Anyway, yeah, so I'm trying to do the thing here where I open up the water temple with the long shot, but I do not really know how to do the aim here. Regardless, it's something that I will figure out at some point. Maybe I'll have it be a thing that I finish in the new year. I keep thinking about, like, oh yeah, I should do some stuff to, like, touch up the channel, redo the logo a little bit or something with a slightly different visual motif. I mean, I even bought some, like, some nice brush tip pens that I could use for some art stuff. But I'm really bad at starting anything, and then I'm even worse at finishing it. And also not exactly knowing what I want kind of hamstrings me a little bit too. Can somebody just take the controller from me? It's for me. I can't get a good aim on it anymore either. And unfortunately, like, the far shore over there is too far. Oh, there we go. No, apparently it's not. It's just that... I must have been trying to do it from dry land or something then. It's just a thing I've never done before, so I don't actually know how to do it. Well, I guess I do now, but I didn't at the time. It's very possible. I definitely think I have tried a couple of times to do that with the regular hook shot, which I know that doesn't work. Or if it does, it's very, very hard. I also have no idea how much I can actually do in here without the iron boots. On the other hand, we are at full health, so at least we're theoretically less likely to drown so often. At least until I can get things rolling. Rawhide! Wait, no, that's something else, sorry. And a sudden urge to Blues Brothers post for some reason. I think it's because... personally, I think it's the whole Chicago native thing. Anyway. Where do we... Because... Like, how do I get down far enough to lower the water all the way? Well, I guess I can just go and crack some locks or something. Wow, all right. You really don't like to aim at those up close, do you? L targeting, more like take the L targeting. Jesus. Streamer, it's Z targeting because you're on the Nintendo 64. Yeah, you're right. But unfortunately, the pun doesn't work if I call it the proper thing. So I've got to be an idiot this one time just to get my yucks in here. Granted, well, listen, I think I was going to get to that part, but maybe I wasn't. I forget. Either way, when it comes to this particular line, one time. Which means that it's time for me to call it L targeting for literally the rest of time as a joke. And then if I ever become big, because, I don't know, the moth tuber thing ever takes off, it won't. Then somebody can write it on my fan wiki or something. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't have to waste arrows on it. Oh, whatever. I'm going to go fight Dark Link. It doesn't... It doesn't change anything. I'm not going to use arrows on Dark Link. Or am I about to find out that that's, like, secretly the strat? The Stratocaster. I don't even care about that like. Technically, it's got money, but I only need 11 rupees before I have a full wallet. I'll get there eventually. Let me out! Let me out! I don't recall what the specific strategy is here. Especially because I don't have the hammer. And usually the hammer is like the... Was I just stuck? It's been a minute since I've seen that. Is he landing on my sword? That's what it looked like as I try to turn the camera. Yeah, okay. Because I forgot that I don't have I forgot that I have the big stick. That's why. Because I think that was literally like the last thing I got last session. And I had saved as a kid. So, yeah, there you go. Also, yeah, by the way, I'm doing this with 12 hearts because I'm a fucking idiot. It always seems like every time I end up here, I make this comparatively insufferable because I take so long ever actually bothering to get there. Get here, rather. That I just end up really pumping this guy's HP all to oblivion. Oblivion. It's a giant's wallet. Hell yeah. Let me go in here and make sure that I actually mark shit off here. So I got that one. I don't think I've gotten any other chests in this place. Yeah, because I actually don't know how to do anything. Oh. Oh, would you stop that, please? Oh, somehow that didn't even work. Man, Song of Time hitboxes. Do you mind, game? What are you doing to me? Just... Well, we got there eventually. Alright, everybody, we in the snake room. Vortexes. Actually, Navi, it's vortices. Anyway, y'all ever heard of the Snake River? Well, I'm no Evel Knievel, so I'm not about to jump this shit. Just stop resisting. Yeah, suck. I mean, that's not wrong. That definitely is like... Again, I feel like I need to finalize the VTuber thing. Because I have ideas, and I've been sending them over to one of my friends who's an artist, and like hasn't done much in a while, so maybe this will give him a good excuse or something. I'm kind of curious at the same time, by the same token, like, should I keep doing it on the same channel, or should I go elsewhere? Oh, fuck. Oh yeah, that Wind Waker moth is Mothula, isn't it? Well, I suppose it stands to reason, because they do love to recycle the names, which is not unusual for, like, any franchise. I mean, we all kind of remember the Orb Goombas, right? Which is another sort of prime example of recycling. And obviously the design of that is still quite similar, but they're a little bit more spheroid than they are in any other game in Super Mario World. I don't know why I thought about the Orb Goombas for some reason, but I did. Anyway, that's a place that requires some... For the love of fucking Jiminy here, I shouldn't be in such a position where I'm, like, moving the controller slightly and... God, micro USB sucks absolute just a massive sack of dog dicks. Like, this is the... I'm using a PS4 controller for those of you who are curious as to what my deal with my ordeal here is. I do actually have a fairly cheap Switch controller that I use that has micro USB, but it's like the port is recessed into the controller. And I have seen somewhere somebody who was selling a board to give your PS4 controller USB-C compatibility. And I can't lie, I'm thinking about going back and looking up how, like, affordable those are, or if they're even still being made, and just picking one up, because, yeah, it would definitely make using this thing for, like, any purpose significantly more pleasant. And overall, I do just kind of like the USB, the PS4 controller, pardon me. It's got nice feeling shoulder buttons and stuff. Well, whatever the reason is, I'm not here to, like, necessarily dig too deep into any of the canon Ys and Y4s. It's just, like... It's just one of those, like, for some reason, I don't assume it to be the case in most instances that an enemy with a certain name, that the name is shared across a franchise, are necessarily always going to be the same. And I can't tell why that is off the top of my head, but here we are. It's like how if you encounter the Rakshasa enemy in Final Fantasy 1, it is a different enemy from basically every one of the later Final Fantasies where you encounter a Rakshasa. Oh wait, that's probably more because the FF1 Rakshasa, just like everything else in FF1, is just straight up inspired by, i.e. stolen from Dungeons and Dragons. Like, if you've ever seen the NES original of FF1 in Japan, the Eye Boss, which is the thing in the ice cave that protects the floater, which you need to get the airship, is in Japan just a beholder. It's literally just a beholder. It's kind of funny, actually, a little bit, but... A big part of that is, yeah, the reason why the Rakshasa are cats in FF1 is because the D&D version of the Rakshasa was a Catman. Species of Catman, rather. Yes, that's kind of where it would... I mean, it would probably be different if I were to actually hit partner. But I don't have the audience to do a partner push. I think I've spoken on this before, by the way, but the requirements for partner on Twitch are absolutely just balls out hilarious, by the way. You know, from my stance as somebody who's like, I stream 5 nights a week for 3 hours. So the requirements for how much they want you to stream, that's not that hard. 75 average users across 75 average viewers, pardon me. That's, yeah, quite different. That's like, to put those on par with the other things, you basically have to be like somebody who just is a streamer account for like events and stuff. So like, sure, if you're hosting a Dota tournament or something, the numbers kind of calibrate themselves out, but for an average streamer, I don't think that's... I think that the numbers there are quite off. I've watched a lot of speedrunners as they were doing their partner pushes and seeing that, like, yeah, and when I say speedrunners, I'm talking about, like, dudes who are world record holders or former world record holders. Back when Dr. Swellman was still a going concern in Earthbound speedrunning, he now doesn't really stream a whole lot anymore because, first of all, he has a life, and second of all, he does YouTube stuff on, like, speedrun history all the time now. I think Bad News Nate did a successful partner push. A couple other guys who did it for Earthbound, I watched them during that. And it really is like, hey, yeah, even if you're a guy who's gunning for world records in a very popular game, Bad News Nate is more known for Forbidden Memories and UMK3. So, like, out of those, I think UMK3 is far and away the more popular one. There's a lot of nostalgia for Forbidden Memories, even though it's, like, kind of objectively a bit of a kusoge. Let's be real with ourselves here. That game's a fucking mess. But definitely something that, audience-wise, is a little bit on the niche side. So, he did his partner push off of FMR, though, so I'll say that. But yeah, like, again, world record class speedrunners in popular games, and those numbers are a struggle for them. Which, you know, it is what it is, right? Take that, we take that, and I don't know that I can do anything else in Water Temple off the top of my head. So I think for now I'm going to actually just leave that one alone. I have more stuff to finish as a kid, right? Okay, I did finish the tree. I haven't even opened up the whale, which will have like all of one item for me. But there is some stuff to do as Child Link for sure. Because I can do Bombchu Bowling. Mask Shop is back to being a little bit... It's all showing as green for me, because... helpful. But... yeah, I'm sorry. I got very sidetracked from what I was saying about OG Final Fantasy and how much they just straight up stole from Dungeons & Dragons. The Beholder one is probably one of the funniest. Not simply because it's super egregious, but also because the fact that they literally just had the graphic in there. Like, if you want to talk about most egregious, I think maybe Bahamut full stop in FF1 might go a little bit further than that. But yeah, the Rakshasa thing was a thing in D&D basically off the back of an episode of a TV program from 1974 called Kolchak the Night Stalker. And there's a very big tell that says that it's that specifically that was the thing that inspired them in their interpretation of the Rakshasa. And it's that it is vulnerable to crossbow bolts. That basically the Rakshasa in that episode of Kolchak gets killed by a blessed crossbow bolt. So my understanding is that, like, in any of the various mythology of the Rakshasa in the subcontinent and elsewhere, the Indian subcontinent, it's not strictly a Hindu thing, but it is mostly, I would say. I don't think there's anything in there particularly about crossbows that to do with the Rakshasa. So, yeah. Just a fun little story to break up the whatever here. It may also be part of a video that I'm putting together, where I talk about the origin of a lot of these names in JRPGs and how, honestly, quite a lot of it is just sort of ganked from Dungeons & Dragons, and a lot of that is more or less grabbed from Gary Gygax just sort of doing weird rounding errors with various mythological names. For example, did you know that Bahamut originally referred to a fish and not a dragon? And is of an Arabic origin. Oh wow, a lot of hearts in here. A heart container and a heart piece. This is significantly more health than they would give you for this in the vanilla game, that's for sure. Oh. Get that thing out of the way. You know, I kind of wish that you could just, like, pick up chickens and have them in your inventory and, like, throw them at your enemy. And they would get aggro to your enemy if they attacked it. Just chuck a bird at him. Just, hey, fuck your life. Bing bong! Some stupid internet video. Wow. Oh, is that a thing in Hyrule Warriors? I didn't know. My exposure to Hyrule Warriors has been fairly limited, actually. I mean, that's kind of true of a lot of things, to be fair. Ooh, yes, it turned around just in time. To get me that heart piece that I ultimately probably do not require in any meaningful way. But why not, right? It's free. Asterisk may actually cost 60 total rupees. It's up there. Oh, yeah, that's play Saria's song for Darunia. And technically, I'm pausing for a second, so my controller is probably going to unplug when I set it down. Oh, my shoulder. Oh. Oh, it's a shame that didn't work out. Oh, well. That'd be fun. Alright, so I'm gonna wait for Dampe's, because I don't have Dampe yet. His grave digging tour here. Of course I'm here with far too much time to sit around and wait. Boy, it's like we are still playing Metroid Prime 2. Son of a... All right. So now we should be able to go visit Dampe and be like, hey, dude. Can I get a... I don't know, a thing? Hey, dude, you got an item? Well, I kind of feel like I'm obliged to take that, actually. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's go and play this funny song for Darunia. And he can go, now that's a funky tune! And I can be like, buddy, it wasn't a polka flute. Mega Starmie, I think, is possibly my favorite of the new Megas, just in general, because it's really silly. It is also probably going to get huge power from the sounds of things. Which on some level is like, does it really need that? Come on. At least that seems to be what some people are speculating. And on some deeper level, I'm like, yeah, okay, Starmie needs to be able to kill people with both attack stats. Jesus. That is one strong fucking starfish. It's okay, I'm sure that it's, like, hilariously wimpy in other aspects that'll make it completely unplayable. When all the competitive nerds start to sweat all over those Pokemon when Gen 10 comes out. Or, not even Generation 10, actually. The thing that they're doing that is like an app specifically for doing competitive-ish Pokemon battles. I forgot what it's called, like Champions or Pokemon Champions or something. Oh, dang it. Darunia! And he gave me his shaft, huh? Well. Again, it's like, hey, guess I'm obligated to make a bad joke like that. After this point, I think all of my like full checks I can do other than just go look at some crap in the bottom of the well. Which I don't think I certainly can't beat it without keys. Yeah, I can't beat bottom of the well right now as far as I'm led to understand, but I could possibly kick Dead Hand's ass. But otherwise, I can do one of the frog checks. I don't want to do the frog minigame. That thing sucks. I can do, like, one or two things in the whale, because the whale has, like, no items, honestly. Why does the whale have so few treasure chests inside of it, comparatively? I know the whale dungeon is not, like, big, but it doesn't feel like it's that microscopic. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I forgot you could just chuck those at spiders and they just get blown up immediately if you make contact. That's fun. Oh, I'm busy. Hey. Pardon me. Whoop. Yep. Oopsie. All right, let's drain the water here. Don't fall in the hole. Wow, this is a lot of ice traps. Honestly, yeah, it feels like bottom of the well to me. That's some extremely bottom of the well RNG. You might be thinking, you could have just used a stick or a slingshot on that, and you're right, I could have, actually. I have no follow-up to that. And here he is, Mr. Gross. He's like, ah, look at me, I got a long neck. I don't like twigs. Well, bad news, buddy. Man, he's got some gross fingernails. Clean those up, man. Yeah, the ends of his, like, flippers do kind of look like... Because they're so red, it does kind of make it look like he's had his hands cut off or something. You gotta be almost done here, right? Yeah, he takes like 10 sticks. I don't know why I remember that, but he does. I was feeling not very confident in my ability to actually land jump slashes, so I was just like, well, let's do this the baby way. Hey, wow. Are we allowed to get a real item in here? After all those ice traps, I thought it was just going to be more ice traps. Oh, big box. It's the beans. Well, that takes him off the list, I guess, so we don't have to find him again. Well, so far the only item we've gotten out of here is a 50 rupees. A 50 rupees, yes. Well, there we go. There's a heart piece. It's a good thing I left that for later because I didn't see it. That's why I left it, is because I'm a complete buffoon who didn't see the item in the first place. Got some nut. Alright, now do I remember where the safe edges here are? I don't believe I... Okay, yeah, it's left edge. It was like, it had to be one of those two. It's either far left side or far right side. I mean, I have to drop down eventually anyway, but still. We got... Oh. Oh. I already spent money on that. Well. Dang it, why couldn't it be the gravity suit? I don't think I need the gravity suit at this point. It just helps. That, and I can't get it in a store as far as I could ascertain. Unless there's a store that I missed, which is always technically a possibility, but... That's not the one with the key in it. Yeah, this one has bats. Thanks, guys. I actually wanted to escape from that, so that's fine. Is this one the item? Or do they all have bats? I forget. Yeah, and it's just 3 arrows. I don't. So there's only one more item here, and that is in the basement. Well, technically there's another few items, but one of them is just a heart chest, and the other two I can't actually get right now, so... We're dropping down here to come pick up this item, and... then just warp out unless it happens to be the bottom of the well key ring. It won't, but it could, theoretically. Yeah, see, it's nothing. But we're picking it up anyway because we're right here, and it's 200 rupees. That's significantly larger of a nothing than I was implying, so... Out we go. I mean, there aren't really a lot of things for me to spend money on anymore, but compared to some options, it's better than it could be. I guess technically I could justify it by, like, buying a fish. Yeah, that one's probably better than this. It also has that cork noise at the beginning if you catch a thing yourself. Presumably not if you buy the bottle item, but I don't remember the last time I ever bought a bottled item in Wind Waker, so... One of these days I gotta play that again. Maybe a randomizer this time. And hey, that one I can play on hardware because I have a modded Wii. I just have to double check. Oh wait, no, it's the GameCube thing, right. Hey, dude, what do you give me for 10 bucks? Bomb juice. I don't know. I don't think I actually needed those. Well, I've got 33. That should cover it at this point. Yeah, I wanted to equip Nut. So I could go deal with the... Wow, I hucked that thing real far. Link's going for the world championship there, I guess. Of nutting far. Oh yeah, I think I do need you to be able to press a switch for me. Ow. I think it's the double weight one. Realizing I don't really remember offhand, but I usually don't come in here without the boomerang anyway. Yeah, here we go. Well, gee, I wonder why I don't have a great amount of sticks. I wonder if it's because I fought Dead Hand the expensive way, and then didn't refarm my sticks. Oh. It's a Kokiri sword. Okay. Well, that doesn't open anything for me, but it reduces the amount of sticks that I have to waste on shit. Yeah, whatever, Princess Ruto. I'm not interested. Ow. Ow. I don't care. I've got to go meet with some frogs! Yeah, I probably deserved it, but... Oh, for a sec I thought that he... He doesn't clip through the teeth of the fish, which, I mean, is fair enough, so it just... He just sort of starts rubbing into the thing. Isn't that fun? I don't know if I've ever really noticed that. Granted, how often do I exit the fish through the... How often do I exit the fish through that hole and not the other one, right? I assume that's what happens when you beat Baronade, is that you get ejected through Jabu Jabu's blowhole. Why? What were you guys thinking? Remember, I keep calling him the whale, so saying fish is not correct. In that case, then he becomes like Clanker and you come out of his gills. I was like, what was the word that I wanted there? Okay. So I believe that holding a purple rupee means for the 5 frog minigame. Yeah, because there's my gravity suit. Well, that's not bad. But it means that the amount of things that we can do as a kid right now are kind of depleted, so... Back to the Temple of Time we go. And I can equip my diving suit. I can become Bioshock. Or something. And we land at SFM. Right, we got this item already. And I'm not going to ask the guy for a hint. Never mind. Oh. Whoops. I thought that was part of the branch. The color wasn't quite the same. I was just being a fool. Okay, good. We didn't trigger the dogs. Oh, there we go. Now they're all aggrieved at me or something. Don't care, guys. And we're pretty much just going to do this dungeon in vanilla order, basically, and see if we get anything useful out of here, because... yeah. Well, okay, it won't be in the exact order of getting the things in vanilla, but still. Got him on that backswing. That was pretty good. He's going for shock and awe. That seems to work on the skeletons. They cannot comprehend getting poked that hard and that fast. $5. That's probably not ammunition. I said vanilla order, but I'd rather do this than play the Song of Time. Oh yeah, that stick is basically lost to the ages. Eesh. Neat, we got double defense. Now, I can't scarecrow up there, can I? Doesn't appear to be the case. Excuse me. Okay, right. I remember how to toggle the switch, and I do have to go this way. So, ultimately, my doing that was probably kind of silly. But I think it's just because I'm so used to doing things in that order. It's in the well chest. We'll be able to see what size it is when we pass by it. That is nothing. I can tell it's not a key chest because it would have had a lighter outline. Well, hey, we got that stick at least. Why not? Yeah, no reason to hit that. Whoop. Don't walk off the edge. It's me going down the wrong pathway there. Also, look at me forgetting the order of operations here. Eh. Managed to click something that hit my emulator by accident. Whoopsie. Oopsie. Let's do this first, I guess, because why not? That, and also because it's listed out that way in the tracker, so hey, I have 2 reasons to just do this goofy shit. Alright, that's pointless. That's it. This is why we usually pick everything up, is because then I won't get confused by shit like that. Well, whatever. We got the boomerang. That's great. That is actual progress. Get on the ladder. There we go. Rotate the room and hover boots just for fun. Yeah, pretty clean, mostly. And that matters not at all. Thank you, game. That's helpful. By that, I mean... Oh, don't fall in the pit. Oh, wow, surprisingly minimal lag there. Is it only the second one that causes lag? No. Maybe this emulator just doesn't emulate the lag properly or something. I don't know. But it's so weird when the bones don't cause me lag. What a concept. Yeah, you keep chuckling. Weird ghost thing. I said nut. There we go. Whew, we haven't seen one of those in an hour and a half. I almost forgot what I was trying to get here. Well, folks, I have a feeling there's not going to be any Prime 2 today. I'm sure you're all heartbroken. Game? You mind? I think this is a Wallmaster room. I really have to remember to switch this controller out for something else. Well, it's time to do this room the, I suppose, intended way. Or what I usually refer to as being sort of the intended way, even though obviously there's quite a few options here, but still. God, this is really hard to line up. This is why you usually just do this with Din's Fire. Because it is much easier to do it that way. There we go. And yeah, somehow, even though our arrow just basically missed entirely, it counts, which is funny to me. Because, like, wow. Anyway. Let's get our asses out of here. Is there anything in here? I forget. Oh no, this is just outside to here. That's where you can scarecrow. But really, they give you access to it at the wrong position. Oh, whoops. Switch. That chest doesn't look like it's anything, but I'll take a look at it anyway. Pass by. It is a heart chest. I guess I'll take it. Yeah, we're up to 15 with double defense. We're pretty tough right now. Wow, that was great work, me. Alright, let's go deal with the last Pac-Man ghost and then go fight Phantom Lancer and probably be disappointed in what we get here. I mean, granted, we got the boomerang, so how mad can I actually be? The answer is still kind of a lot, actually, because we're still missing a good chunk of stuff. And I don't want to think about horseback archery. Otherwise, I'll turn into the whole session. Get that shit out of here. Oh, dang it. I was really hoping that would be a real item. We're still missing a small amount of large chest items. Out of those, the main ones we need Din's Fire, we're missing Din's Fire, Nehru's Love, Megaton Hammer, 2 Magic Meters, Sun Song, Requiem and Nocturne, and Iron Boots, and the Mirror Shield. The Light Arrows is on something that we don't really care about. Nehru's Love might also be, so there's... The amount of items that are large box are pretty small, but there's still quite a few possibilities out there of great value to us. Not to be confused with that great value. That one is correct. Oh yeah, we do have at least one chest we can get in Ganon's Tower. So we should do that, like, right off the bat. 'Cause I'm pretty sure we can get the one that we're missing from Shadow Trial. Yeah, we got another quick hit in there. That's pretty good. All right, come on. Stay a little further back, dude. He's not interested in that. But I need you to keep some distance so I can get a decent angle here. That might be a little too much distance, yeah, because we're going to have to actually play tennis now. Instead of me just getting the Mandate of Heaven here. Get out of here! Easy. Well, you are a full heart container because of timing. Okay, so that's cleared out. I don't suppose I can get any of the shit in Spirit Trial without a magic meter, can I? Oh yeah, there's also the boss key. That would be a thing that probably worth checking. Mark, you've been subscribed for a long time, haven't you? Well, 5.5 years-ish. 67, because the economy is so bad that nobody can afford 60 net weight. No, that's just a post I saw, like, right before I started streaming. Anyway. Bad jokes aside. Let's go into this castle here and see if we can get any of these small number of items that are theoretically available to us if this tracker isn't lying through its teeth. Yes, I saw that. It's neat to see that, well, that there are Banjo-Kazooie ROM hacks basically at all, really, because I think I've expressed this before, but really, any hack of a game that is newer than, like, SNES era, with a possible exception granted for anything on the GBA, just kind of feels like dark sorcery a little bit. Yeah, I mean, there are hacks for the DS Pokemon games, it's true. Yeah, it's not that it doesn't it's not that they don't exist. I'll say that. It's just that it never feels completely real, even though I know it's very much a thing. Ah, crap. Yeah, I think once you're in the... I guess once you're in the domain of, like, the most popular Nintendo series, maybe it's... Oh. I already have one of those. Maybe that becomes a little bit more, like, not unusual. Plus, I guess also I probably have to give at least a little bit of credit on some level to anything that is a randomizer, because that counts at least on some level. Is there Super Mario Sunshine Beginner's Edition? Not that I've seen, but I have seen a couple of Super Mario Sunshine hacks, which, I mean, they do at least stop short of being like Kaizo Sunshine. So I'll give them a tiny amount of credit, but like anything that would make it easier to get a handle on, no. But as usual, I think that kind of sits somewhere in my usual oops. In my usual sort of lamentation of people who make ROM hacks are typically just, like, experts. And not just experts, we're talking, like, the sweatiest possible experts. We're talking, like, made Metroid Prime 2 level of that. The people for whom that doesn't go far enough. It's okay, that chest is garbage because it was a tiny chest. That doesn't get us anything. That can't even have our nut upgrade. So really, the only other thing to check here is the boss key location. Funny that the Spirit Temple boss key was in Spirit Trial. That's a good place for it. And meanwhile, I'm pretty sure that like half the shit is still out of logic because I don't have a magic meter yet, so I can't actually use my Lens of Truth. Yeah, if I had golds, I could get like 6 chests and Great Fairy, I think. Right now? I mean, yeah, technically I could still go through Haunted Wasteland even without Lens of Truth. I just would have to pull up a map for that because I don't remember how to do it. It's a small chest. So, that is a reset. Why didn't I think that through? I can shave off like 2 seconds or something. Yeah, child, I think this only opens... What's that sound? That, like, portcullis opening sound. It wasn't the drawbridge. There's nothing on this map that should open. The heck? No, it's not a randomized sound. My sound effects are actually not randomized. They're just, like, fixed with basically all of them being King Zora's goofy weep sound, where I've been able to make that happen. And a lot of the rest of them are, well, mostly Navi making a dog sound. And the chickens. The chickens make a dog sound, too. Why? Because I thought it was funny at the time. I like the dogs. Well, yeah, but they have the dog sound for a reason that I don't recall. Other than just to make it possibly stand out more, I guess. Among all of the other things that are just King Zora noises. Well, I guess it depends on the dog, doesn't it? Alright, well, I can go and get my, like, 3 items that are in here. And hopefully one of them is something useful. Honestly, even if not, I get the light medallion for this. So that gives me a free check, and I can stall on horseback archery for another, like, 10 seconds. And even that might be a bit of a stretch, but hey. Well, Rudo, you're going to have to sit on this switch for some reason. It's because they won't let me place the Hylian shield on there, which surely would be heavy enough. It's made of metal. Link can't do usual shield things with it as a kid. Oh, that's not progress. Come on. That's half a heart back. Well, the equivalent of a full heart, I guess, because I have double defense on, but... Oh, right, the bubble room. Not that kind of bubble. Oh, there's one more he is in here. And that's the last item for the dungeon until we fight the boss. Isn't that fun? I said it earlier, but man, this place is bereft of... Oh my god, Magic Meter is real! Holy shit! That is spectacular. Oh yeah, these things. They have a name. I could press the C up button to see what it is, but I don't want to give Navi the satisfaction. Or something. Navi, you've been taking up my button every time I just want to look at something in first-person view without using a tool for, like... literally every time it comes up, just by pure chance. I think someone's watching something in the other room that is, like, extremely loud. So I can hear the music in here. See, I'm wondering if it would, like, when and how fast it would repeat, if it would, like, just sort of get stuck in the middle and it would be, like, sort of like the tone bobbing up and down a little bit as it goes. Sorry, that's not even remotely. Never do that again. I'm sorry. I can't do anything like that on demand. Rando, what do you want the light medallion for? What can you possibly do with that? Octopus? Not with limbs that short and not with only like 4 of them. It might help if I actually had the sticks out here. It's okay, I think after this point I don't even need the slingshot for a while. And by a while, I mean literally anything else in this dungeon. Unless I really want that spider, and even then I can do that with the boomerang, but the spiders aren't blocking anything essential, I remember that. So I've just been like, yeah, technically those exist. Ow. Well, that's disappointing. Here, let's deal with that guy, because I just know that I'll get tagged at a very inopportune time dealing with these wobbling objects if I don't. What are these things, anyway? Aside from full of electricity and not pleasant to touch. Pick this thing up. Alright, now it's time for Child Link's most irritating nemesis. Oh, hey. Good job on targeting from that. It might have been just because I got too far away. Or because I don't remember that you untarget after you remove each of this thing's top cables. Oh. that all? I was gonna say, that can't be all of them. That didn't feel like a correct number. And there's like a specific timing that'll really help you get in here. But you can bet I don't remember what it is. Or positioning or some other sort of like, you can play the game well. Or you can just do what I'm doing and just take a bunch of hits. Ah! Yeah! Yeah, this thing is shooting its death ray with a great frequency. Great in the sense of high, not like it's good for us. Oh, geez, yeah, no. Yeah. That's kind of a shame, but what can you do, I guess? What item did you... Where is it? Oh yeah, it should be right there. It's the claim check, which I actually just completely up and forgot about. So I better click over to that. It's all that stuff. Oh, right. It's all green because I can actually go there now without having to break logic. Yeah, that's true. I can just kind of do that in the low budget sense of it. Low budget, I say. I don't know. Okay, where's the, like, triggering position to actually get this item to pop for us? Or do I need... Oh, no, I need the green medallion for that. No, I'm an idiot. Who's the other... Oh, right, it was Large Ronald. Let me do an input here. So I can remember to put on my Varia suit. Hey, buddy. It's not a sword in this universe. Nocturne of Shadow, hell yeah. That's... Well, that's not the best thing we could get, that's for sure. Because we can't actually go into... we can't actually go into Shadow Temple. Fuck. We don't have Din's Fire. I forget if I have, like, a reduced number of torches or something. But that doesn't seem to be anywhere in the logic here, so... Are there any seeds that are impossible to complete? I don't know. I've yet to encounter any of them. I wouldn't be surprised if it is a thing that could happen just by the sheer number. But you're asking the wrong person this time, I'm afraid. It's not as unusual as all that, really, but... I am, however, still without Sunsong, so... Once I get my horse, I'm gonna have to... wait a little bit before going into Gerudo Fortress to do horseback archery. The game is, like, really welcoming me back after not having played one of these in a couple of months. Oh, hey, would you like to just incidentally have to do everything? Except Big Pose. For some reason, it doesn't have any reward of any real note for Big Pose. Obviously, it's not literally everything, but... It's been a lot of stuff. Well, time to wait here for a moment. I have come to fail at a minigame several times in a row, probably. Because I know me. Wow, I'm aiming way high on those by default for some reason. I did not realize that I was aiming that high by default. Huh. Yeah, our chances on this one are pretty much cooked, but it's good to get practice. So that way I can practice doing the wrong things, I guess. Like that. At bare minimum, we do get the 1,000-point reward, so for all I know, this could be our key to victory here. Nope. It's not. Hey, do I have to get on my horse before I talk to you? Yes, I do. Well... yeah, keeping in mind that I haven't done this in a few months. So I'm, like, grossly out of practice here. It probably would be smart for me to just put this in the not necessary list for checks, but I have never really actually done that for some reason. Oh, Oh god, that was real close for this sort of yeah, it's a little bit, well, obviously it doesn't feel right because it's not an N64 controller. But yeah, it is being a little bit disconnecty at times, as we've said. Like there. Well, thank goodness it was basically just when I set it down. Because I was moving myself in the chair. And this is looking real rough now. Although that was looking pretty good for a second. Unfortunately, we did score even less than before. I could have at least beaten my previous score if I had gone for the pot instead, but oh well. Maybe if I'd actually hit them all the first time properly. See, I swear I know the timing for this. Why are you all laughing at me? Oh, right. $14.90. God dang it. Oh. Of course I would hit $14.90. Of course I would have to hit a $14.90 at least once. Oh. The very first time I ever beat this, I was... God, that must have been over 10 years ago. But I was definitely streaming it, and I was playing it on the GameCube version. So, probably even a worse controller than using a... Just land the shot. Yes! 1510. Good enough. I was playing it on the GameCube on actual hardware, and I hit a 1490, and I was just like so mad at myself for failing, and of course, just a nut. How did I like it overall? Baba Is You was very, very good. Genuinely, there were a lot of parts to it where I was like, that's absolutely fucking brilliant. And I was very impressed with a lot of the design. Very good puzzle game. 10 out of 10, but would not have made a good stream game because I definitely would have been sitting there looking at a lot of it like, oh, how am I supposed to do this kind of thing? And for as much dead air as I end up with on this channel, do I need to add more to it? Yeah, pretty much. And I mean, then I could just ask myself and be like, well, I already know the answer to that. And it's, yeah. And there's probably been a couple of parts of this where I've been proving that the answer to that is, yeah. Put that thing on. Now put on the hover boots. Because that's how I usually deal with this. I mean, you can just long shot across. But I usually hover boot over the sand that surrounds the Mario 64 pyramid. It's probably not literally the same texture, but it looks similar enough. Aim, and off we go. In theory, a little bit. Honestly, I don't think it does, but my brain goes, well, try it. It might help, but I really, really suck at seeing through this sand layer, so... The item here is I can't get it because I don't have fire. Well, wait, I have fire arrows, don't I? I'll get it later. It's just Din's fire I don't have. I forgot that that's the case. So I was just like, oh yeah, I can't go in the Shadow Temple. That means I don't have fire. Whoops! Whoops! It's okay. It's the light arrows that are in somewhere that that was like really silly to get. Oh. I walked a little... I turned way too wide there. Whoops. It's okay. This gives me an excuse to actually go get the item. Yeah, I don't think there was a hint that gave me an actual check there, so... Mark all this shit on my thing real quick. Yeah, that guy's not randomized. Yeah, if that is the case, then I think it's just that my tracker doesn't really have a way to deal with that. So it's telling me I can't go there. But maybe my settings are not necessarily a perfect match. Regardless, we got the item and it was just 20 bucks. Which I guess makes up for some of the money that we had to pay and for me to humiliate myself in the archery minigame, but... Yeah, I mean, that is kind of true. I don't ever really remember to do much with any of that, so... Oops. Oh, Kefka. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, hey, hey. Don't lose the guy. I still think Kefka is, like, really well written. Very fun. I'm not as big of a fan of FF6 as I used to be when I was younger. But the writing, especially for Kefka, is still real good. Okay, did we actually get through? Yeah, I had a moment of like, wait a sec. Are we safe or not? And we got all these chuckleheads incoming. So I just roll into things. That looked like a red rupee up there. But all I saw was like the top part of it and it was red. So maybe I'm seeing things. Whatever, let's take the bean. Whoa, hey, hey. Fuck. Wow. That was really well done. I jumped way too early there. Yeah, I mean, the magic refill will be quite helpful at this point. The item, hopefully the item is a good one, because... Yeah, yeah, it's just a red rupee. It's perhaps just as well that I missed it twice. Yeah, all these chuckleheads coming in. Throw the rock. Take one last hit, because... usually happens. Oh, dang. There's still at least some of those. I guess I'm not too surprised, but still. Wow, very funny, guys. Great little racket they had going. Bomb. Where's my explosion mask? I could just use that. Controller, please. Not a good time for that. Well, never a good time for that, really. I guess it could be a lot worse. That could be happening during horseback, but... Eh, 5 rupees. Dang it. Where am I going? That way, right. Doesn't look at the map. Again. Yeah, pretty much. Go here. And... Sheik had an ice trap for us. Damn. Oh well. A lot of good that did us. Let's go and do however much of Spirit Temple we can do as an adult. Which is going to be, quite frankly, not nearly enough. I just don't like Beamos very much. There was no real reason for me to bother doing that, but it felt right because Beamos just suck that much. Poke the dog. Ooh, large box. Something good, please? Well, that's a pretty fitting place to find it. Oh yeah, nothing spawns in the sand here. That's Master Quest I'm thinking of. I gotta fight any levers. Oh. What do I get for not going just straight forward? Ooh, it's a key ring of some kind. Fire Temple? Fire Temple, yes, I called it. Because there honestly aren't that many more options. What am I thinking? There's only 2 others left. I think it was 40, and it was like a piece of the Triforce, which, I mean, I spawned 30 of them in a seed and need 20 to win, so surely there's another source of those. But otherwise, there weren't really a whole lot of other interesting items, if any. Put on the mirror shield. Oh. That's right. This chucklehead is here. The invisible hand of the free... something or other. There's no such thing as a free market. That's the joke. Wait. And if it was, it would be some sort of horrible monster. Give me all of your weird potions. Alright. Don't care about that. And don't care about that. Well, thank you very much, game, for making that easy. We keep pushing our luck if we want to fight a wall master to get some money that we really, I don't think, need at this point. That's highly unlikely to be of great import. Let's get rid of that guy, because I don't like him very much. Oh, it's just an Armos. Yeah, it is just an Armos, isn't it? Okay. What do you got for me? The Iron Boots. Well, that makes the Water Temple significantly more... Oh, and we can finish GTG, so that's nice. Mostly. You are a scarecrow that just gets me a spider. Right. And then we've got... Oh, yeah, this room. This actually isn't a fun room to do as an adult, in my opinion. I mean, it's not the worst, but it does kind of suck a little bit. Mostly because this is really designed for you to use torches. In fact, even if we had Din's Fire, this would kind of be a pain in the ass because you can't really just Din's Fire this, actually. I don't think that there's a good place you can just press the button and cast all the... and hit all the torches, rather. But if I want to get the chest here, I'm going to have to figure out some good positioning to just use my fire arrows for. At least I think that's to obtain the chest. It might even be to open the door. Which, by all means, hey, if we can go fight an Iron Knuckle that's usually kid-only as an adult, I would definitely prefer to do it that way. Yeah, okay, that's getting the item in here. See, I remembered, like, one thing about this game. That's better than the average. No, my memory, not the other thing. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Oh. Do that correctly, please. That feels like I kind of clutched that out just barely. Mostly because your magic arrow cooldown is so long. Nice! That was well worth doing. Oh, right. I know what room that is. It's like, what the hell is this name on the tracker? But I was thinking of a room as an adult where there's 2 invisible chests. No, that is as an adult, not a child. Yep, we got the big sword, and we got the big stabs. So, Iron Knuckles are just kind of a joke at this point. Oh, hey, look, it's the boss key for the Shadow Temple. Boy, we can really do that Shadow Temple. I hope that I'm actually legally permitted to go in there. Otherwise, my logic is looking a little bit silly. But let's go get the other 2 chests on Child Route before we go over to Adult Side and... Oh boy, this might be looking like I actually have to fight Twin Roga. I don't like thinking about that. Because that kind of sucks, actually. And both these chests are not really of any meaningful value. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, right-hand chest. Done. Strange that didn't perfectly work, but oh well. Hookshot our way up, and... Doesn't this require... Yeah, so why does the thing say I can... I can't do it with the iron boots or something, right? That requires hammer. Unless that chest is dropped some other way. Oh, the rusty switch is for that, right? It's gotta be. Nice. We're at 17 out of 20. It's pretty good. Only 3 more to go. But who knows how long that could take. Thankfully, there's still a good chunk of items we can get here. Here, I don't have to do this, because I have fire arrows. But why not? I guess I'll sort of demonstrate how to do this without fire arrows. For anyone who's like, how do I do this without fire arrows? Did we get 2 of them? I think we got 2 of them. No, we only got 1 of them. The other one is... Well, one of them you get from doing this. From getting rid of the BMOS. And, well, having the fire on first would be a good idea. Obviously, you don't have to use this, but you don't have to use the boots. Okay, never mind. I guess I don't actually remember how to do this. But one part of it is play the Song of Time in that location and walk to it or jump over it, and it will kill the guy. Is this locked door the climb up? Okay, yeah, so that's not even the place I need to be yet. That's the wrong one. Here's another pretty interesting room. Actually, like, doing the puzzle designs in this sort of the way that you're intended, instead of just brute forcing things in very silly ways, or being over-equipped with things that you don't require. There's some pretty interesting puzzle design here. At least I feel like. Yay, we got called a loser. Does baby want a bottle? A big dirt bottle? Wait. Okay. So, lure the Armos onto the switch. And then you nut. And you hope that you actually don't knock it off the switch. Otherwise, you can just sort of lure it onto the switch and just race to the exit. That's also a distinct possibility. Oh. That was nothing, really. Oh, you actually got me. All right. I guess you just weren't dead yet. There we go. From all of the crouch stab damage storage. Oh well. Oh well. Item is a heart chest. Dang. Dang, 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 dang. Boo. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. That's right, I can just grapple up to the top. I don't have to deal with any of that. I thought I had to grapple to the middle, though, for some reason. Oh, a little off. Oh, we got a couple of mana refill slugs. I should be able to cheese this and not even have to get out the bombs if I want to, right? Because this is just kind of like the one in, yeah, it's just like the one in GTG. It wasn't worth doing it, but I can do it. That's kind of cool. And here's a slightly goofy-looking angry lizard. Oh yeah, this has to be bombed. It doesn't use the light beam. Why did I think that? I must have been thinking of something else. Maybe something from, like, Wind Waker. Fortunately, everyone keeps bringing up Wind Waker. It's almost like I usually prefer that game. I don't know about it as a randomizer, because the idea of craning all that stuff does sound like a pain in the butt. Okay, yeah, that's where the sun is. I have to do this. As we surround all these white bubbles. Useful, please? Please be useful? Not even slightly. Eesh. I guess at least technically it is an item, so it's better that than an ice trap. For like one time the game decided to not give me an ice trap. It had the opportunity and it somehow didn't take it. Don't know what's up with that, but okay. And remove the statue's face. Our boss key, and let's do this. And to think you were actually about to hit me there, Iron Knuckle. Nice try. Well, I guess it's time to go fight Twin Rova for some reason. Yeah, that's nowhere near. Speaking of nowhere near, I wish that that's where these two would position themselves to me, because otherwise this fight is really hard. Wow! You missed me entirely. And by that I mean, ultimately, calling it that is not correct either. Oh. I was gonna say something like, wow, these really are like the grapple guardian of this game. Because, obviously, wow, who could imagine I've been playing that game recently? In that they're, like, annoying, time-consuming, and not that much of a real threat. At least once you understand the mechanics. They just also have, like, the worst movement you've ever seen in terms of being able to let you actually do the fight. But I was expecting it to be less bad than this. You're not going to let me just use my elemental arrows, right? It would help if I actually did the right inputs here. Whoops. Press the buttons in the correct order, you fool. Yeah, no, I didn't believe that to be the case. Because, like, otherwise I would have heard about it sooner, but... Did that just didn't hit. That's... Get up there, get up. Wow, okay. I feel I should disagree strongly because I definitely... And yeah, we're getting a little bit of that. That legitimately made no physical contact with me whatsoever, graphically speaking, so the hitboxes are definitely not exact, we'll say that. Like, you can go ahead and rewind the tape. There's a gap of pixels between me and that laser beam. Oh yeah, don't Z-target, because for some reason that does not help you actually land the... I pointed the shield the wrong way. Because of some reason... That beam decayed immediately. At least it looked like it did, anyway. Or am I supposed to actually Z-target in order to get better accuracy? I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember that this actually is, like, my least favorite boss in this game by a very wide margin. Which is saying a lot, because a lot of the other bosses have their moments of being, like... Like, Morpha gets to be a little bit, sometimes, of the, like... Oh, this thing actually really sucks. Unless you know the speedrun strat, in which case, well... It's not so bad. But, yeah, Form 2 is significantly easier, if I recall correctly. Usually, unless the game decides to be weird. Yeah, I mean, that's... that's the boss! Compare that to what we just dealt with beforehand. This game. Well, I mean, I guess technically, to be fair, that probably shouldn't go that fast because I was abusing crouch stab storage, which is a glitch. That's just bombs. I'm not even going to pick that up, come to think of it. But yeah, we're as close to done with that as we're allowed right now, which is still not very much. Oh yeah, bottom of... Damn. Bottom of Zora's Fountain. That is something we can get as well. We're fast traveling to Forest Temple so that way we can get to Zora's Fountain quickest. And then we're gonna do Water Temple and we're gonna finish that off. And forget it, we'll do it this way. I apparently don't know how to weave anymore, so... It's alright, maybe at this point I'm just slightly mentally defeated because of all that I have to do for this. This is atypical of an amount of things that I have to check for one of these randomizers. I can say that for a reasonable price. Oh, that's right. This guy is still here. Hey, buddy, get a load of this! Get out of my way. Oh, yeah. Remember to put the gravity suit on, kids. Yep, just walk past that thing that's just bombs. I was kind of hoping for a second that it was something useful, and I just be like, man, I feel like a fucking idiot, but at least it's something useful. Just towards the middle. It's just bomb shoes. Oh well. Well, this surely means that our next progress will have to be in Water Temple, right? And by that I mean it'll be in Shadow Temple, but... Wrong way. That's right, this is the way I gotta go. Ooh, big chest in there, so I know that that's something at least. Setting the controller down so we might get some noise here. Yeah. Sorry, I had to move my... Oh, don't you start with the USB device not recognized. Bullshit, computer. That is the goal. Because honestly, I don't think there's very much for me to get. Can these jackass clams stop being so jackassy? These guys aren't great no matter what you fight them with. Those guys just... They're just not great to fight. I can't really give much more detail than that. Just like, yeah, it's not really a fun time. Usually it's more because their hitboxes just kind of are garbage. To be honest, though. Like, a big part of that, sure, was definitely me playing like butt. But, oh boy. Usually, like, if you try to fight those underwater, that's where the even worse time comes. Well, I ended up on the platform anyway. Okay, then. Ow, that noise. Oh, yeah, it's those guys. Right. It's those guys. Wait a sec. Oh, I push it down. There, okay. Right, I do remember that I have to bomb 2 walls. I just was like, wait a sec. What about the rest of the puzzle? Better believe I don't remember it. It's been a very long time since I've been in this room. Why? I don't know. I just don't think it comes up very much. At least not for me. Oh, hey, hey, look out. Boss key for the fire temple. What's very funny about that is that it's a usual boss key location. So I guess at least this seed has had some sort of humor. If not, mostly just malice otherwise. Jesus. Ooh. Alright, ignore the urchins. The lurchins. No, no. The lurchins were something else. Lurchins are from Donkey Kong Country 3. A VTuber maker. Possibly. Is there anything in here? Oh, right, we have to come out of the water here. For some reason, I thought this was just a thing you went in there and got the treasure chest. Well, there's a stick upgrade. Okay, then. Oh, you almost... Ow. Wow. It, bobbing up and down. Well, it's more because I didn't adjust the control stick enough, I don't think. Oh, no, I need the boots on here. Oops. Okay. Now with that done, we can take a quick peek at here, and... yeah, so we go in the middle here. Mostly I was just taking a look at the map to see how much of this area have I checked out. The answer is a decent amount of it, really. There's, what, 4 more chests for me to get here? And then I get to go, oh, yeah, I guess I have to go to the Shadow Temple. I did, because maybe I did do some logic, I just didn't update things on my tracker is supposed to say. Eh. It happens. More often than I care to admit. Oh, yeah, here we go. We gotta fight. We gotta fight Shellblades here with our hook shot. And of course, that spike got up, like, immediately as soon as I hooked it. It was having none of my nonsense, apparently. It's quite unfortunate because nonsense is what we're all about. Yeah, see, I don't like these the hit detection on this thing. Especially when you get situations like that, right? The hell are you talking about, game? Anyway. Good thing we don't have to think about killing those guys any other time in this run. I mean, a couple of them exist in the GTG room, but I mean, we don't need to fight those. Damn it! Of course, that was nothing. Game is just out here taunting me when I'm this close to a clear. Sheesh. Yeah, I can't finish bottom of the well without the keys. I can do some of Fire Temple. I don't think I like that, but I can. It's alright, this shit ain't about what you like to do, but... yeah! Yes! We're 18 out of 20 so far. Hooray! Only 2 more to go. Kinda glad we're actually at the end of my usual scheduled time slot because... boy, I don't know that I would have necessarily the patience to do much Metroid Prime 2 after this. It's okay. Whatever I'd be doing in Prime 2, like, it couldn't possibly be as bad as the Boost Guardian. So, I have that to be okay with. I don't know. I seem to recall people saying that Quadraxis is really hard, but I don't remember if that's, like, actually the case. Besides, Quadraxis isn't even the next boss that we have to deal with. Quadraxis is the boss of the third area. And we're, like, getting up to the boss of Torvus Bog, so... Well, there's our key ring for bottom of the well. You know, sometimes I wonder if I ever can get into a position with that thing where I'll just get, like, sliced by the gate. I mean, obviously, I don't think it has contact damage exactly, but just the idea of you just make the connection and you get blocked or something. Or otherwise, you clip through the gate. I don't know if that can time out like that. Or if it pauses while you're in the middle of hookshotting once you make the connection. It definitely has got to be one of those things that there's only a few frames that you can do it in, though, so that's a little outside my pay grade. Oh. Damn. Oh, so much for that. Only one more item to pick up here. And if I'm not mistaken, it is over there? I do not for the life of me remember how to get that. Oh wait, no, that's at the top of the... Yeah. That's right over where you lower the water level, which is what I thought it was before, and then well, for a start, I forgot to get it the first time. And second of all, I became confused because of the descriptions on the tracker. Well, hey, the spider actually gave me a boost. Good job there, Tektite. Yeah, I know, it can't be a spider. It has only a few legs. And by a few, I mean 4. Like something that's only got 4 legs. Such as... well, there's a lot of things that only have 4 legs. Can you imagine having an even number of legs? Man, humans are weird. Please be something good. Well, it is a large chest, which means it has a very high probability of being an ice trap, as we know. But no, it's number 19 out of 20. We are almost there. It would really help if the last one was in bottom of the well. That'd make my life a lot easier. Slingshot and cack. Well, we already have 3 of those, so that's fine. Do I have to redrain the well? I don't have to redrain the well, do I? Nope. I just didn't remember. Now, I probably do not require a wooden shield anymore past this point, but I'm gonna put on my metal shield anyway, and this chucklehead isn't gonna let me pass unless I actually answer his riddles 3 or whatever. Whatever it is these spiders want, or shoot him in the ass twice with your slingshot. That also works. At least he's not like Lex Luthor asking me to fly through a bunch of rings. I don't know why I brought that up. I'm sorry. You may be saying, are you going to play Superman 64 someday? And the answer is probably not, but... Well, there's our massively oversized quiver. Cool. I probably don't need that, but alright. Why not? Oh. No, my actual shield. Crap. Well, hopefully this will be it, and I won't have to worry about it. Well, there we go. We did it, everybody, after like 6 hours between 2 sessions. Oh, that's a pity. I could probably find tools to do anything to use with the stream anyway. Oh well.